famous Bulgarian poet, but I will try. So I will start with one poem, Moments in a Magic Box, which is the title of my first book with poetry. The fig jam. It is only for wedding and funerals. I take off my red. Is that frightening? Oh, what beautiful verses describe it. There are no more matches. The Hungarian dictionary is useless. It is raining again. I will hang the yellow balloon from the chandelier because there is no sun. So there's the shortest one. Not Calvary. The blueberry hill is what I have to climb. There are no traitors. There is no cross to bear. Only a crown of thorns. So this is a dedication to my favorite Belgian painter, Ranelagh Arts. You know this, his famous picture, there's no pipe. This is not a pipe, yeah. This is not truth. This is no imitation. This is no dream. This is not this. Art with reversed sign. The reciprocity of imagination. The bottom line of the scheme. This is me. Arrivals, departures. The time difference cannot erase the sunset in your eyes. Arriving and departing are the words, memories, dreams, my prayer. Arriving and departing. My heart is the airport of endless delays, of risings and falls. I arrive and depart from you and in you, one and only air. I love you because you exist. Homo Faber. This is the title of one of my poems. You know maybe this novel of famous writer Max Frisch, the novel Homo Faber. So I took this title from his novel. I'm a skillful like my father. I sculpt his name every day. Like him, I repeat to myself, nobody can take away my mind until the whole mentality takes the shape of a pottery vessel. And every day I mold myself from it. I love skillful people, the sculpted bodies, the molten words. My hands are a wife covered in clay, preciously sculpting. I'm like my father. I play with clay, with forms. I draw the counters. It is an art to be the clay. No one will take away the clay. The mind has gone to hell and it burns there where the clay hardens in the shape of, in the name of, where everyone is the creator. Because the wheel never stops its movement and its shape distances, empty revolutions. We are the reciprocal only in our motion, in our sculpting. Who can take away my hands? I write like my father. I'm his muffled, chaotic handwritten. I'm writing in the name of the Father. I create in the name of the clay where he is standing, endlessly sculpting with no hands. Thank you. Maybe because I have two books in Bulgarian now I bring with me. Maybe
it's only in Bulgarian.
Yeah, it's only Bulgarian, so I read in Bulgarian. Свободата е синхрон с вътрешния глас. Свободата е разговор, свободата е изслушване. Свободата е размисъл, тишина. Свободата е морето пред мен. Свободата крачи боса по пясък. Свободата е надмогване. Свободата е неосъзнатото. Свободата е откровение. Книгата е свободата на читателя. Свободата е непрестанната метаморфоза на желанието. Свободата е вълната, която ме залива, потопена пяната на дните. Thank you very much. So I give the floor to the young lecturers now.
Hi, I'm Juan Levchev. I decided in the end to do a little bit of music for them in the last minute. Hopefully it wasn't too in the way and you could hear what they were saying perfectly.
Yes.
So I unfortunately don't write in Bulgarian, but maybe that's for the better because I think it would be pretty awful if I wrote it. But I will read stuff that I've written in English. And I'll begin with something that I wrote. So usually I rap, like Jack said, but this is something that's not a rap, and I'll begin with something that isn't a rap, and go into something that's sort of a rap, and then finish with something that's entirely a rap. So the other day was my birthday, and I started thinking a bit too much. No need to congratulate me, thank you. And you know, obviously around your birthday you might start thinking about, you know, more kind of existential things. And I wrote this. I really like the term teetering. Like when we teeter on the edge of darkness in our depression, or when we teeter on the edge of failure in our endeavors, or when our relationships with the ones we love the most, but also fear to hurt the most, teeter on the brink of complete collapse. But it's a nice term precisely because it implies an oscillation, or perhaps a cycle. We're never in the same spot when we teeter, yet when we think of our predicament, we seem to focus on one thing. I'm teetering on the edge of failure, so I'm thinking about an impending failure. Yet when we teeter, we also ebb in the opposite direction, towards success or towards some greater spiritual understanding in our relationships. Teetering implies that we are carefully balanced in life between succumbing to our worst fears and being lost in our happiest fantasies. On one side we die, and on the other we are left to rot in inaction. Neither is necessarily bad, and if we so choose, if it makes us happy, we can fall to either side. But to live, to fall and to rise again, is to tread down the middle. I like teetering because it is significant of life's cycle. We may flow forward, always to rate it in the ebb back, until the next cycle begins and we must learn afresh. Teetering sounds dangerous, but I suppose so does living life. And in the wake of those thoughts, I sort of continued. This is going to be a little bit of an a cappella rap, which is more like spoken word poetry, I suppose.
And you have it as a song?
No, this is something else actually, which I wrote actually today. Like I meant in the wake of those thoughts that I was feeling the other day. Kind of continued. I just can't get rid of them. It's going to be rhythmically spoken, I guess. Shine a little light on me. I got a history of hiding the dark that's crawling inside my heart. I only wish to be told that I'm normal and get a hand to start living life free. But the blinds close tight when man's mind's closed tight and holds tight to the norms that we grown by. When we judge by the labels that we given to the boxes that we've made, it's just a fable that we live in as a proxy like we slaves. To God, it is we who are alive. So we should open what's inside, let the light come in and shine. Raise on the darkness that we hide, darkened by the words of mankind. Muddled by the expectation we should be an imitation, nothing more than much the same as everybody else. And it's only everybody because anybody who says he wanted something that by any other logic just don't fit is either left to make do or have his throat slit. And though it seems like everybody